Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a country that measures success not by wealth, but by happiness? Imagine a place where the pursuit of well-being is more important than material possessions. Today we're diving into a unique corner of the world, a place where tradition reigns supreme and nature is cherished. Welcome to Bhutan, a land unlike any other. But before we jet off, hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on our weekly travel adventures. Nestled high in the Eastern Himalayas, Bhutan is often described as one of the most isolated countries on Earth. But what makes Bhutan truly special isn't just its geographic isolation. It's a conscious choice made by its people. Here, isolation isn't a barrier, but a protective cloak, preserving a rich tapestry of culture, tradition, and spiritual values. In Bhutan, time seems to stand still, and modernization takes a backseat to the wisdom of the past. Back in the 18th century, when European explorers were charting new territories, Bhutan remained an enigma, fiercely guarding its borders and its way of life. The British tried to establish ties, but Bhutan was uninterested in foreign influence. It wasn't until 1974, only 50 years ago, that the kingdom cautiously opened its doors to a limited number of tourists. Even now, Bhutan's policy of high-value, low-impact tourism ensures that its environment and culture remain unspoiled by the outside world. But Bhutan's uniqueness doesn't stop at its selective tourism. The country measures its success not by its gross domestic product, GDP, but by something much more profound, gross national happiness, GNH. Imagine a government that prioritizes happiness over economic growth. In Bhutan, the well-being of its citizens is paramount, measured across 4 key pillars: sustainable development, environmental conservation, cultural preservation, and good governance. There's even a Minister of Happiness whose job is to ensure that joy and contentment are woven into the fabric of Bhutanese society. Consider this: Bhutan is the only country in the world that is carbon negative. It absorbs more carbon dioxide than it produces, thanks to its vast forests and a deep respect for nature. Here, smoking is banned, not because of any external pressure, but out of a desire to protect the health of its people. And until 1999, Bhutan didn't have television or internet. Imagine that, a country choosing to stay offline in a hyper-connected world. But when it finally did embrace modern technology, it did so with caution, focusing on educational and cultural programming over commercial content. Let's step back in time to the 17th century when Portuguese Jesuits were among the first Europeans to set foot in Bhutan. They came looking for a new route to India, but found themselves captivated by the mysterious and spiritual land of Bhutan. Fast forward to the 20th century, and you'll find Bhutan at a crossroads, deciding how much of the outside world to let in. The answer? Just enough to benefit from modernization, but not so much that it would lose its identity. One of the most breathtaking symbols of Bhutan's cultural resilience is the Tiger's Nest Monastery, perched on a cliff 10,000 feet above sea level. Legend has it that Guru Padmasambhava flew to this site on the back of a tigress and meditated in a cave, bringing Buddhism to Bhutan. The monastery, a complex of interconnected temples, remains a spiritual hub for Bhutanese people, and a marvel for visitors. And what about the capital city, Thimphu? It's one of the only capitals in the world without a single traffic light. Instead, traffic is directed by hand, maintaining a sense of calm and order that seems to defy the rush of modern life. So why does Bhutan choose to stay so distinct, so separate from the rest of the world? Perhaps it's because they understand something that many of us have forgotten: that true wealth isn't found in what you own, but in how you live. In Bhutan, happiness isn't just an abstract idea, it's a way of life. If you've enjoyed this journey into one of the world's most unique countries, please consider subscribing and sharing your thoughts below. Have you ever wondered what it's like to live in a place where time seems to stand still? Where happiness isn't just a fleeting feeling, but a way of life? Welcome to Bhutan, a country unlike any other, where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with the present. In Bhutan, the concept of gross national happiness takes precedence over economic wealth. Here, life is not just measured by material success, but by the well-being and happiness of its people. This philosophy permeates every aspect of Bhutanese culture and daily life. But how do these ideals shape the everyday experiences of the Bhutanese people? Let's start with the basics. Bhutan, often called the land of the thunder dragon, is known for its distinct traditions and cultural practices. Despite being a small country, Bhutan is rich in culture, with a way of life that has remained largely unchanged for centuries. The Bhutanese people have a deep respect for their traditions, which is evident in their customs, clothing, and even their names. For instance, unlike in most parts of the world, Bhutanese people traditionally do not have surnames. Instead, each person is given a unique name shortly after birth, often by a lama or spiritual leader, who bases the choice on astrology and other spiritual factors. Names here are more than mere identifiers. They are believed to carry significant meaning, reflecting the qualities and virtues desired by the parents for their child. Cut to a scene showing a bustling marketplace where Bhutanese people chew doma and greet each other with hands clasped together in a gesture of respect. When you meet someone in Bhutan, you'll notice the unique greeting, a gentle bow with hands pressed together at the chest, called namaste. This simple yet profound gesture is more than a hello. It is a sign of deep respect and recognition of the other person's spirit. Education in Bhutan has seen significant progress over the years, with literacy rates among the youth rising to about 93%. This improvement is a testament to Bhutan's dedication to balancing tradition with modern education. However, the older generation still has lower literacy rates, reflecting the slower pace of development in the past. Cut to a traditional Bhutanese kitchen where a woman is preparing a dish with red chili peppers, stirring a pot with cheese and spices, steam rising up. And of course, no discussion of Bhutanese culture would be complete without mentioning its food. Please, if you're loving this content, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you want more travel inspo. Imagine biting into a dish that combines the fiery heat of chilies with the comforting richness of cheese. That's imadachi for you, Bhutan's national dish. It's not just food here, it's an experience, a warm embrace of culture that you can taste. Festivals in Bhutan, such as the Losar or Bhutanese New Year, are more than just celebrations. They are deeply spiritual events. Before Losar, families thoroughly clean their homes to dispel any lingering negative energy and to invite good fortune for the new year. The celebrations last for days, filled with dancing, singing, and special foods. During this time, Bhutanese gather at monasteries to receive blessings, reaffirming their spiritual connections and cultural heritage. Bhutan's devotion to spirituality is evident in its everyday life, from astrology guiding major decisions to the belief in the Yeti, a mythical creature said to protect the land. Even Bhutan's untouched mountains are considered sacred, believed to be the abode of gods, and thus climbing them is forbidden to preserve their purity. Bhutan's deep reverence for nature and the divine is also reflected in its architecture. The iconic dzongs, majestic fortresses that serve both as administrative centers and monasteries, symbolize the unity of religious and secular life in Bhutan. One of the most famous, the Punakha Dzong, stands at the confluence of two rivers, a symbol of harmony and balance. So what makes Bhutan so special? Perhaps it's the way they hold on to their past while cautiously stepping into the future. Or maybe it's their commitment to happiness over everything else. Whatever the reason, Bhutan remains a unique destination that continues to intrigue and inspire. Don't just dream about these incredible places. Experience the mystery for yourself. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on discovering more breathtaking places. And if you loved this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment telling us which place you'd love to explore next. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.